What's going on, everybody? I'm Olivia with Keto Lifestyle, and I don't know about you, but I'm a sucker for comfort food. And for me, nothing screams comfort food more than shepherd's pie. Sit tight and I'll show you how to make it.
Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we are going to preheat our oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Make sure that gets nice and hot for us. Next, what we're going to do is we are going to coarsely chop 2 stalks of celery. Personally, I keep my celery in the freezer. I really only use it for shepherd's pie, so I don't see the need to go out and buy a new bunch every single time. At this point too, I could also chop up a carrot and add a carrot into my recipe. Carrots are not the most keto-friendly food. They are high on the glycemic index. However, 1 carrot spread throughout the entire recipe isn't going to hurt you. You're going to also see me chopping up half of a white onion. I do a really coarse chop on this as well because I like having that texture in my shepherd's pie. I'm adding in 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil to my pan. This is to help caramelize the onion and the garlic that's about to be put in. You're going to see me adding just the onion right now. I'm going to save those celery pieces until later on in the cooking process. You're also going to see me adding in 2 teaspoons of chopped garlic. This equals about 2 cloves of garlic. Personally, I don't feel the need to sit there and peel my garlic and chop it up. This is just much more convenient. Make sure to give this a little stir and allow those onions time to cook. You want them translucent before you add in your meat. Here you're going to see me adding in 1 pound of 80/20 ground beef. Personally, I like getting my ground beef pre-portioned. Sometimes I will get the ground beef that I have to portion myself. Again, this is just more convenient. Once your ground beef is browned, you're going to want to add in those celery pieces and stir those in a little bit. Those are only going to take a minute or 2 to cook and get to a really nice texture. At this point, I'm also going to add in my spice mixture. That is 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and 1 teaspoon of white pepper. The white pepper adds a really good dimension of flavor. I'm also going to add in a tablespoon of tomato paste. I like buying my tomato paste in those tubes because it keeps for longer and I don't use it very often. I'm also going to put in half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Once your meat is all cooked and everything's all mixed in, you're going to go ahead and pour this into your casserole dish. I'm using a 9x13 casserole dish, but I've also used an 8x8. The 8x8 casserole dish will just make for a thicker pie, and this 9x13 will make for a bit of a thinner pie. What I'm doing here is making sure that my meat layer is spread evenly across my casserole dish. So next we're going to make our mashed potato topping, but since we're keto, we're not using potatoes. We are going to go ahead and use some cauliflower rice instead. Go ahead and pre-cook this cauliflower rice to whatever the package tells you to. I'm pouring these in the food processor right now to get them all mashed up and to blend in my seasonings. The first thing you're going to see me add is my salted butter. I'm adding 2 tablespoons of that butter. I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. Now that we've added our liquids into our cauliflower, we're going to go ahead and give that a quick pulse just to start breaking up that cauliflower rice. You're going to see me take a rubber spatula and sort of scrape the edges of my food processor. That's just to make sure that all the cauliflower gets blended evenly. Next, I'm going to add my seasoning blend. This includes half a teaspoon of the following: salt, black pepper, white pepper, garlic powder, and parsley. I'm also adding in half a cup of mozzarella, and I'm going to go ahead and give this one final pulse until everything is blended. Our cauliflower mixture is blended, and now it is time to add it on top of our meat. As you can see, I'm struggling getting around that little centerpiece in the food processor. That's okay, just do your best to get it all out and go ahead and spread it evenly across the top. While spreading your cauliflower around, make sure you are super gentle. You don't want to pull any of that meat up and start mixing it into the cauliflower. You want two nice even layers. Our last step is to add some shredded mozzarella on top. I did another half cup here, and this is just to give it a beautiful crust on top of that shepherd's pie. You're going to go ahead and put this in the oven for 10 minutes. After that 10 minutes is over, go ahead and turn your oven on to broil. That's to make sure the cheese on top is all nice and crispy.
Alright, now I've let this thing cool for about 10 minutes, and if you know me, you know that's showing some serious restraint. Now I just want to show you guys how amazing this looks. All that cheese. There's some wonderful ground beef in there. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to try this. Guys, this takes me right back to my mom's house, hanging out, watching movies. If you're looking for comfort food, I highly suggest you try making this. It's super easy too. And you know what? With that, I'm going to close out this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? I want to make more recipes for you. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a like. If you have a suggestion for something you'd like me to make next, please leave it in the comments. And with that, guys, I'll see you next time.